Melchizedek, a name that echoes through the corridors of ancient wisdom, revered by sages and mystics alike. Yet Melchizedek is not merely a historical figure. He is a symbol, a living embodiment of divine wisdom and consciousness that transcends time and space. He represents the state of pure awareness, untouched by the illusions of the world, the state where one becomes the creator of reality rather than a prisoner of external controls. All the power that humanity seeks, freedom, wisdom, creation, is already within. But society conditions us to look outside, to chase shadows that only lead to suffering and limitation. In truth, the power to shape reality lies in recognizing the divine consciousness within oneself. This is the state of Melchizedek, a state that lives in God, beyond all illusions, where one realizes their own divine nature as the creator of existence. To live in this state is to live beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond the chains of external influence. It is to dwell in the consciousness of the divine, where the mind becomes the source of creation, not its victim. Most live as slaves to external circumstances, reacting to the world instead of creating from within. But Melchizedek teaches a higher truth. Reality is not something imposed upon you. It is a reflection of your own consciousness. When you realize this, you no longer live as a consequence of the world, you become the cause. This is the secret to divine wisdom, realizing the unity between the self and the source of all creation. To know this is to know the mind of God, the consciousness from which all things arise and return. Manly P. Hall, one of the greatest mystics and esoteric scholars of modern times, dedicated his life to unveiling these hidden truths. He explored the mystical significance of Melchizedek not just as a character in ancient texts, but as a state of consciousness, a state of divine wisdom and eternal beingness that resides within us all. Through his profound teachings, Manly P. Hall revealed that Melchizedek is the archetype of the enlightened soul, the one who knows the secret of creation because they know themselves. In his transformative work, Melchizedek and the Mystery of Fire, Hall explores the mysteries of consciousness, the divine spark within, and the alchemical transformation required to awaken the highest state of mind. In this journey, we will discover 5 powerful steps inspired by this book to awaken divine wisdom within your mind. These steps are not merely concepts, they are the keys to transforming your consciousness and realizing the state of Melchizedek, the creator of reality. Prepare to challenge everything you thought you knew about existence, consciousness, and your own mind. For those who dare to seek, the path to the highest state of mind awaits. The first step to awakening divine wisdom is to realize the unity of consciousness and eternal wisdom. In his book, Manly P. Hall unveils the profound truth that all consciousness is interconnected, emanating from a singular, infinite source. To awaken to this truth is to break free from the illusion of separation, to see beyond the veil of duality, and to recognize the oneness of existence. Hall explains that most people live under the illusion of separation, believing themselves to be isolated individuals disconnected from the universe. This illusion creates fear, suffering, and limitation. According to Hall, this false perception arises because the mind clings to identity and form, mistaking them for reality. But identity is merely a construct, a limitation imposed by the ego. When one sees beyond this illusion, they awaken to the eternal wisdom that flows through all creation. They realize that they are not separate from the universe. They are the universe, experiencing itself through awareness. Hall teaches that Melchizedek symbolizes the state of consciousness that knows no separation, the state of divine unity where all distinctions dissolve. This is the consciousness that sees beyond form and identity, recognizing the oneness of existence. It is the state of awareness that lives in God, beyond all illusions, where one realizes their own divine nature as the creator of existence. By realizing this unity, one awakens to the eternal wisdom that transcends time, culture, and dogma. It is the wisdom of the universal mind, the source of all creation, the infinite consciousness that flows through all beings. This is the consciousness of Melchizedek, the consciousness of divine unity. After breaking free from the illusion of separation and realizing the unity of consciousness, the next step is to awaken the inner light through alchemical transformation. This is the journey of inner illumination, the process of purifying the mind and transmuting lower consciousness into divine awareness. It is the awakening of the divine light that resides within every human being. In Melchizedek and the Mystery of Fire, Manly P. Hall reveals that this inner light is the pure consciousness within you. It is not just an idea, but the living presence of divine awareness, the light that dispels ignorance and illuminates the truth of existence. To understand this, one must recognize that the journey of spiritual evolution is an inner alchemy, a transformation of consciousness that purifies the mind and reveals the light within. It is the process of dissolving the ego and awakening the higher self, where the mind becomes a vessel for divine wisdom. This inner light is the essence of divine awareness. It dispels darkness and illusion, revealing the true nature of consciousness, pure, infinite, and divine. After purifying the mind through alchemical transformation and awakening the inner light of consciousness, the next step is to ignite that light into the divine fire of wisdom. This journey is a natural progression, a flow from realizing the unity of consciousness to illuminating the mind, and finally using that illumination to perceive the highest spiritual truths. In Melchizedek and the Mystery of Fire, Manly P. Hall reveals that the divine fire of wisdom is the awakened light that transforms into the flame of spiritual truth. This divine fire is the ultimate light of truth that guides consciousness to the highest state of awareness. This step is about allowing the inner light, awakened through purification, to ignite into the divine fire that illuminates spiritual truth. It is the flame of wisdom that burns away all illusions and false perceptions, revealing the ultimate reality. When this divine fire is ignited, the mind enters a state of effortless understanding, where truth is not sought but seen, and wisdom flows naturally without resistance. This divine flame is the bridge between the individual mind and the universal mind. It allows one to perceive the divine patterns that govern creation, to see the unity and intelligence that orchestrate all existence. It is the light that dispels the darkness of ignorance, the truth that transcends illusion, and the wisdom that reveals the eternal nature of being. After igniting the divine fire of wisdom and perceiving the highest truths, the next step is to express this wisdom through self-knowledge and enlightened leadership. When the mind is illuminated by divine truth, it naturally moves from inner realization to external expression, from understanding to embodying wisdom in action. This is the flow from divine consciousness to conscious creation, from realizing the unity of existence to living as an expression of that unity. It is the journey from knowing to being, where one no longer seeks truth, but becomes a vessel for truth, guiding and inspiring others through divine wisdom. In his book, Hall reveals that true leadership is born from self-knowledge and divine consciousness. It is not about authority or power, but about realizing the divine order within oneself. Hall teaches that true leadership is not imposed from the outside, but arises from inner wisdom and divine consciousness. It is the expression of divine authority that comes from self-mastery and self-knowledge. This is the consciousness of Melchizedek, the state of being where one realizes their divine nature and lives as an embodiment of divine order. This state of leadership is born from the realization that all consciousness is interconnected and that true power lies in unity, not in separation. It is the understanding that by knowing oneself, one knows the universe, and by mastering oneself, one masters reality. This is the path of divine leadership, where one leads not from ego, but from the wisdom of the universal mind. This is not merely a journey of knowledge, but a journey of being. It is the realization of one's divine nature, and the embodiment of that truth in every thought, word, and action. It is the state of divine unity, where one lives as an expression of the universal mind, a reflection of divine wisdom and love. After realizing self-knowledge as the path to enlightened leadership, the final step is to understand the power of symbolism as a gateway to higher wisdom. This is the flow from divine wisdom to divine vision, from perceiving the truth to understanding the hidden patterns that govern reality. Symbols are the language of the universal mind, expressing truths that cannot be captured by words. They bridge the seen and unseen, the known and the unknown. According to Hall, symbolism is the bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, the finite and the infinite. It is the divine language that communicates truths beyond words, revealing the hidden patterns that govern existence. This is the consciousness of Melchizedek, the state of symbolic vision, where one sees beyond the surface into the essence of things. Hall explains that ancient mystics use symbols to preserve divine wisdom, encoding spiritual truths in forms that would endure through time. These symbols are not bound to any one culture or religion, but are universal, reflecting the archetypal ideas that shape reality. By meditating on them, one gains access to the wisdom of eternity. With this step, the flow from realization to illumination, to truth, to leadership, to symbolic vision is complete. It is the journey from separation to unity, from darkness to light, from ignorance to divine wisdom. To fully integrate this divine wisdom, begin with daily contemplation on the unity of consciousness. Reflect on the interconnectedness of all existence, realizing that separation is an illusion. Allow this awareness to dissolve boundaries, cultivating a state of harmony and oneness. This practice expands perception, aligning the mind with the universal consciousness. Next, engage in alchemical meditation on the inner light. Visualize a radiant light within your heart, growing brighter with each breath. Allow this light to purify your mind, burning away doubts, fears, and illusions. Feel this light igniting the divine fire of wisdom, illuminating your consciousness with truth and clarity. Let this flame guide your mind beyond illusion, revealing the deeper realities of existence. Finally, practice symbolic meditation to awaken divine vision. Choose a symbol that resonates with you, a circle, a flame, or an ancient glyph. Gaze at the symbol without analysis, letting its form fill your awareness. Allow the symbol to unfold its deeper meaning naturally, revealing layers of insight that go beyond thought. This practice activates symbolic consciousness, enabling you to perceive the divine patterns that govern reality. Together, these practices awaken higher consciousness, transforming perception and guiding you to live as an embodiment of divine wisdom. As you embody this divine wisdom, live each moment as an expression of truth and love. Lead with the authority of enlightened consciousness, guiding others by reflecting divine wisdom. See the world through the eyes of symbolic vision, recognizing the divine order behind all forms. This is the mastery of Melchizedek, the state of divine unity, where you live as a reflection of the universal mind, embodying the infinite intelligence and love that flow through all creation. This is not just a journey of knowledge, but a journey of being, a return to the divine source within you.